DogWorks Radio is sponsored by Alaska Dog Works. Check out their website at alaskadogworks.com.
This episode of the podcast is brought to you by First Paw Coffee Company, specializing in private label premium blend coffee. If you're serious about coffee, you should check it out. First Paw Coffee's passion is high-quality, small-batch roasted coffee. They take the extra time to taste and get everything perfect before they release new blends. They aim to bring you a cup of happiness each time you pour yourself some coffee. Find out more at ak.dog/free and enter for a chance to win some First Paw Coffee prizes, a book from our collection, and tote bag. One winner will be selected at random each month. That's ak.dog/free.
Hello and welcome to DogWorks Radio. This is your host, Michele Forto, and I am the lead trainer of Alaska DogWorks. On today's show, we are going to let you in on a little secret. Well, a lot of secrets that we as dog trainers might not tell you. Did you know that it is best to train a dog at first in a boring environment? Did you know that you should always give high-value treats? And did you know you should never say no when your dog whines? Find the answers to these secrets and much more on today's show. Let's get started.
From First Paw Media, sponsored by Alaska Dogworks Professional Canine Training Center in Anchorage, Alaska. This is DogWorks Radio, committed to families and their dogs to build lifelong and fulfilling relationships. Visit our website at dogworksradio.com. Now here are your hosts, Robert and Michele Forto.
Our lovable, furry companions can be mischievous and naughty at times. The knee-jerk reaction is to shout no or bad dog. But let's face it, it rarely works. We are going to share some of the best training secrets, and we found it's easier than you might think to get the results you want. Offer high-value rewards. There's nothing wrong with a well-deserved good boy and tummy rub, but they're simply not as rewarding as that coveted freeze-dried liver or another delicious doggy treat. You just need to find out what treat your dog will go crazy for when performing new or preferred behaviors. Exploring your dog's high-value food rewards is a lot of fun and part of the process. You can carry a pouch or bag with your puppy's daily allocation of food and lots of treats in it to teach your dog appropriate new behaviors. Just be sure to consider these treats as part of your dog's daily food allotment, or you may wind up with an overweight pup on your hands. I'd like to add here as well that a high-value toy is just as rewarding as high-value treats. Train in a boring environment, at least at first. Have you ever tried teaching your puppy something new at the dog park or while interacting with people? It probably didn't go as well as expected. Here's why. Too much distraction. Initially, as with any new behavior, you want to start in a boring, non-distracting environment, typically a room inside your home with no toys, with your dog on a leash, and keep those high-value treats or a high-value toy handy for rewards. Stop. Stop yanking on the leash. Are you walking with your dog, or is your dog walking you? If it's the latter, forget about yanking the leash. It won't work. Dogs have an opposite reflex. You pull back, and they'll pull forward. They are not being stubborn or difficult. It's built into the way a dog is designed. In other words, if a dog pulls and gets to where it wants to go, the dog is rewarded and will continue the behavior. The solution would be to head back inside the house for some walking drills on the leash. After your dog has walked successfully next to you many times in your home, advance to the backyard, then the front yard, then a few houses down, and etc. Reward them for walking close to you. Paws on the floor. We're all suckers for cute puppies, and they're just as excited to jump on us to receive the attention we give them. It may seem rude, but it's important to tell everyone your pup comes into contact with that your pup is in training and they should only pay attention to him or her when they have settled down with all 4 paws on the floor. When a new person wants to greet my puppy, I ask my puppy to sit or stand and then offer them treats while the person is petting them. I also will work with a puppy without treats so that they don't always expect to be fed when they see new people. Leave it is better. Dogs are attracted to things that repulse us, like food that fell out of a garbage can or goose poop. Besides being gross, objects dogs pick up are potentially harmful. Leave it command is more effective than drop it. It makes sense. Leave it is preventative, while drop it means it's already too late. Again, practice in a boring environment and not on the street where distractions abound. I do many iterations of a behavior before we walk on the overstimulating and distracting streets where a dog may pick up something dangerous or unwanted. Stop that digging! Digging is a natural and fun activity for dogs. We just don't appreciate it when they do it in our yards or garden. The solution for dogs that love to dig is to give them a place to do it. Set up a sandbox or a designated area where you encourage and reward your dog for digging. That will also keep them out of your vegetable garden or flower bed. You may even want to hide a few toys in the dirt for them to find as a way to reward them for digging in their designated spot. Teach them where to poop. You're a good dog parent and always have poop bags on hand, but it's still kind of embarrassing when your dog pops a squat on your neighbor's front lawn while they're sitting on the front porch. Luckily, there's a simple solution. Just teach them where to poop. Guide your dog to an area where you want them to poop. Wait a few minutes and don't play or speak with them. Allow them to sniff and do their business and reward them heavily for eliminating by immediately giving them a bunch of praise, such as good outside. We're going to take a short break and I'll be right back with more dog training secrets.
So earlier you learned about First Paw Coffee Company, and now I'm going to tell you about its Tail Wagger Blend. First Paw Coffee Company's Tail Wagger Blend is their first offering, and its name and label were crowdsourced from their Facebook fans. How cool is that? The Tail Wagger Blend is a private label premium blend that was developed just for them. It is a medium roast from Colombian beans with tastes of Brazil nuts, grapefruit, and oak. Be sure to go to ak.dog/free and enter to win a bunch of cool prizes. That's ak.dog/free.
We are back, and you are listening to Dog Training Secrets today. Before the break, we learned about the importance of leave it, why paws on the floor is good manners, and the value of really tasty treats. Let's jump back in. Let them linger after they do their business. It may be easier to open the door and let your pup out for a quick potty break, but you'll end up with poop landmines everywhere. Keep your dog on a leash so that they get used to eliminating when you are close by. The trick is to reward them with lots of praise when they go, but don't rush back inside the second they are done, which is often seen as a punishment, and dogs quickly learn to hold it in so they don't have to go back inside. Instead, have them poop immediately after going outside and then take them for a nice long walk as an additional reward for going pee and poop on cue in your preferred location. Calm their fears. We expect dogs to bark when they're excited, or if someone knocks on the door. But a vacuum or a hairdryer? Why would they bark at inanimate objects? Barking is also a way dogs communicate fear. Dogs typically bark at vacuum cleaners and blow dryers because they make loud noises and they move. Sometimes your dog's prey drive kicks and he must hunt down the Dyson in the living room. Slow desensitization will help your dog acclimate to it. To do this, leave the object unplugged and powered off in a room with treats sprinkled around it and let your pooch investigate it on its own time. Then, pick up the object and move it around away from your dog, giving treats for calm behavior. Next, turn the object on, but keep it stationary. Once your dog has accepted the object under all those circumstances, reward them for calm behavior and you should be able to use the object without any barking. The reward must equal the joy. What kind of reward is it if the command come is followed by going inside and being told to lie down? The reward must equal the joy of the activity your dog is leaving. For example, chasing cars is fun, especially for herding breeds, but since they're not exactly herding sheep in the meadow, it's not safe. Instead, pair your come command with a squeaky toy or ball and then have your dog chase you. When he reaches you, play tug for a minute and then let him have the toy. Home alone. Can your dog be trusted to stay home alone without a crate? If she is getting into things while you're still at home, probably not. On the other hand, if she isn't destroying things, then full independence from the crate is possible. When we work with clients, we always tell them to keep some rooms off limits. You can do this by shutting doors or buying a baby gate or two. This gives your dog less room to roam and less room to find items to play with. Conduct a few test runs for a limited period of time. If all goes well, you can try leaving for a longer period of time. Pet, don't pat. Guess what? Dogs aren't crazy about us patting them on the head while saying good boy. Patting on the head is generally a punishment for most dogs, and most dogs merely tolerate being patted on the head. Try rubbing the side of your dog, their chest, or behind their ears instead. Don't say no when your dog whines. You know your pup is feeling all right. A game of fetch, dinner, and potty time were all accomplished. But for some reason, she's looking at you with those puppy eyes and whining. Dogs can whine for a number of reasons, like boredom, anxiousness, excitement, or just wanting some attention. The best method to end attention whining is to ignore it completely. For some dogs, even saying no feels rewarding because they got your attention. When your pup does stop whining, we suggest rewarding the behavior with a treat to instill that no whining means attention and whining means the fun is over. Be careful here when you give a treat because timing is of the essence. You do not want to give the treat while the dog whines or stops whining. You say good dog, fumble around for a treat, and give her the treat as she starts whining again. The timing is impeccable here. Putting an end to begging. Teach your dog to go to his spot during mealtime to prevent obnoxious barking or begging during dinner. Our recommendation: practice having him stay on his new special dinner time area. While he's there, give him something tasty to chew on like a marrow bone, stuffed Kong, or bully stick. If he comes over to the table, just politely lure him back to his designated spot. Be consistent in training and you'll get results. After dinner, praise him for staying in place. How to play nice with others. Socialization skills with other dogs and humans are best taught during puppyhood, but regardless of age, the experience has to be fun and not forced. Attaching positive associations is the best way to make friends. If your dog loves tennis balls, reward social interaction with a quick game of fetch. Of course, you've made a friend forever if a new person offers a treat, too. Well, we let you in on a few secrets. It's okay to share them with your friends. Better yet, share this podcast with them and let them listen in. Do you have any tricks up your sleeve about dog training that you would like to share? Leave a comment on our social channels by searching for Dogworks Radio or visit us online anytime at alaskadogworks.com.
This episode of the podcast is sponsored by First Paw Coffee Company. Learn more at firstpaw.coffee.
From First Paw Media, this is Dogworks Radio. We hope you enjoyed this podcast, and we invite you to subscribe in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts. You'll find a link on the episode notes. You can tap or swipe on the episode cover art, and you'll see some offers from our sponsors. You can support our show by supporting them. If you like what you have heard, we would love it if you could give us a 5-star rating and tell your friends how to subscribe too. Your hosts are Robert and Michele Forto. Our producer is Robert Forto and created for First Paw Media. Did you know that Alaska Dogworks trains service dogs for those in need throughout North America? Each and every service dog that is trained through the Lead Dog Service Dog Program and Michele Forto and her team has an individual training plan. We train for autistic, mobility, psychiatric, and PTSD for our soldiers for service work. If you know of someone that may need a service dog, please take a moment and check out Alaska Dogworks on social media and at alaskadogworks.com.